It's a sad day for me. My man's is in distress. Let's get started.
My wife has been third. Rather, it's the worst days of my life. How about that?
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I wanted to ask you, with news of the separation, how are you holding up?
Not holding up very well. I would say the other man, maybe I'll be an example for other men, cautionary tale. Don't neglect your wife. See how I'm here at the airport now, flying out, as I have for 40 or for 25 years. My wife has been third, serving the community, taping my show, having fun with friends. That's what happens, guys. Never be too busy or never have too much fun beyond your wife.
So I do want to ask another.
Everybody knows I am a avid Judge Mathis watcher. I watch Judge Mathis to edit photos, to edit this podcast. All his show is on YouTube. Now I will specify I do not watch the new show, and we'll get to there. Judge Mathis has been married for over 30 years, I think 39 years, and him and his wife are separated, living in a home, about to get separated. Interesting. Headed to divorce, and TMZ caught my man slacking in LA at LAX. Top 5 worst airport in the country, by the way.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's horrible.
LA's not great. I know y'all like it. I don't like it.
I don't go out there. I've been there twice and said, I don't have to go back.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's everybody's perception. I don't know where it gets this from. Anyway, I'm not going to dunk on LA today.
Yeah, I understand why the baddies like it. They fall for everything. Sorry. Sorry, baddies. I don't want to disrespect y'all. But my man is going through it. And I feel bad for him, man. He sounds sad.
He does sound sad.
He looked bad. But who's right and who's wrong here?
I think anytime you're going through a divorce, you're going to be sad. You're going to miss them. You know what I'm saying? So I think all those feelings are valid. I understand what he's saying. Like, you put your wife third. The only thing he said that is like hanging out with your friends and not hanging out with your wife. Look, doing stuff for the community, working. Unfortunately, those things are going to come ahead of your family sometimes.
Okay.
And if it was in reverse, we'd all accept that, right? We'd all understand it, right? If I was married to a woman that was a heart surgeon and she was rarely home, like everybody would get it. Everybody would be like, okay, I get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like for Judge Mathis to not be home, I mean, most of his kids are grown. So
all of them grown.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I guess you can't have both things, right? You can't have the nice home in Hollywood, I'm sure he has,
Mm-hmm.
And a great zip code.
Mm-hmm.
And me at home, right? We weren't blessed with that life.
Yeah,
we're not a Spielberg. We're not a Spelling. we got to go to work.
Yeah.
So I get what he's saying. I know he's sad, but like I said, outside of, and that's why I think men should marry women that they're friends with, or at least women they can hang out with. So you're not neglecting your woman, because if you're going all the time and you're never home. Yeah, I can see your wife being frustrated. But 39 years, man, look, you get an A on that. I don't care. Like, even if it fails, you get an A.
Well, my problem is I watched Judge Mathis. Judge Mathis, you Tom Brady this woman. And sorry, Judge Mathis, one of my favorite parts about watching your shows, I think I watched 10 episodes of Judge Mathis this morning.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I watch it all the time. I watch the compilations now where they put like 4 episodes in one sitting. And I can usually edit about 50 pictures. So, Judge Mathis tells on himself. Judge Mathis met his wife in college. His mom had passed. His dad was never around. And her parents took him in. And they helped him. They gave him resources. He took care of her parents once he got on TV.
Yeah.
Judge Mathis retired his wife, brung her in to work with him. This is all the stuff he says on TV.
Okay.
And when his contract was up, because they canceled his show last year.
Yeah.
They canceled all the Judge shows. He said then he wanted to go to BET. He wanted to go to a black TV network. It's only one, allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, that was not even, if you're talking about BET, that's not even black owned.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
that's why I said there's only one, right?
Yeah.
That can afford him. He ain't there. But he said then he didn't know what he was going to do. But him and his wife always talk about retiring, sitting at home, help raising a granddaughter because all of his kids are grown and he loves having his granddaughter around.
Oh, so he broke a deal.
He broke a deal.
Oh, man.
Judge Mathis don't want to tell y'all this, but he broke a deal.
He left that out.
He left. As I watched the show, he kept talking about me and my wife. We can't wait to retire and raise our granddaughter.
I don't get it, man. I don't get how, if you go out here and you crush it in life, and you are in your sunset years or your twilight years, however you want to look at it.
Twilight.
And you've crushed it your whole life. Like, I don't get when people don't want to just retire, bro. It's a whole world out there, man.
Well, I imagine you get bored. Because he's starting a new production company.
I can't get bored if I'm in a new country, trying a new food, talking to new people. There's a whole world to discover, man. Like, dude, I'm the type of person, I would go to Antarctica, right? If I was old, I'm like in my 60s and 70s, but I can still move, I'd be like, yo.
You're going to die down there,
if I'm in my 70s, cool. 60s, too early. 70s and 80s, I'd be like, yo, let me go to Antarctica and look at the penguins and work at a research station, and see what people, it's so much to learn and go out and see. I don't get how people just can't sit down.
I always think about, what is retirement going to look like for me?
What do you think retirement looks like for you? This is definitely a dad conversation.
It is, but I'm a photographer, man, so I'm going to be old. I'm probably going to be, first of all, I don't want to be taking pictures past 50. That's one thing I've always said.
Hire, but would you take them, would you go to new places and be like, yo, let me take this picture in Fiji?
To be fair, I want to teach photography. Photography business. That's what I think that's going to be my next leg.
Would you do a professorship somewhere?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I ever told you, one time I went on Indeed and applied for a photographer professor position at college.
I like it.
Where they called me and I punked out.
You punked out? You got scared, man?
Hell yeah.
Oh, you got real. It got real.
They called me so damn quick. They saw my resume, my website. They said, oh, this is perfect. I said, no. I was just playing.
Yeah.
Because my homeboy used to talk about all the time, sometimes you go on Indeed and just apply for a position you just not qualified for just to see what happens.
Yeah.
And so I tried it and they called me and I punked out. But now I would do it. But anyway, I'm thinking about that. I don't know where retirement went, but me and Karina, hopefully we just traveling. Once we get Roe and Possible up out of here, I'm saying Possible because my wife keep playing. My grandma asked my wife this whole weekend when we gonna have a kid, man. It's just look.
For the proof that women can have babies and they know when they can have babies. They be playing when they it just happened. It was an accident.
Well, facts. No woman gets pregnant unless she wants to be pregnant. Or no woman has a baby unless she wanted to be pregnant and had a kid. I'm gonna just say that there. Also, I love when women say we don't have rights to our bodies, and then I'm over here I want a kid, can't get one.
Yeah, can't get one. She obviously they decide. Man, don't get me started. Don't get me started. We're not even deep.
And
into
ladies,
the
that's
pod.
a joke. We understand that they're trying to take our rights.
The joke wasn't against the rights. The joke is, obviously, if you're married to a woman, you want a kid, and she don't want a kid, somehow magically, you just don't have a kid. That's what I'm saying.
Facts.